Before me today, it's along the lines of career. Somebody sent in a very interesting question. At work, I am exposed to people at different levels and from different cultures. I also desire to take on positions that will have me facing people on a constant basis. So there is need for me to dress the part. I like my look to have some flair. I love color, interesting combinations, shapes, etc. I would like to remain true to myself even in the corporate world, but wonder how far I can take this and be viewed professionally. Do you have any thoughts on this? Wow, I'm glad this person sent in this question. I like all questions, but there are some that are just so interesting. Basically, she likes color, she likes flair, she has personality, and she would like to take some of that into the corporate arena, but she doesn't know how far she can push the envelope before the boss calls her in for a private one-on-one. Well, depending on what kind of job you have, but it sounds to me like this person has quite a professional job, and they're going to be start interfacing, having some face-to-face time with customers and clients and what have you, and it's really quite important to have a good balance. Okay, as much as you want to show your flair, your color, we have to understand that people judge you firstly by appearance, especially in the professional world. They judge you by appearance, and then what you have backs that up. I mean, can you imagine someone going into an interview with a certain haircut, tattoos? Well, people go into interviews with tattoos, but but no, you know, can you imagine somebody, a guy, going in for an interview with a sleeveless shirt, you know, and a pair of jeans just because they feel comfortable in that, depending on what kind of job it is. If they are going to be working on cars, if it's a body shop, car body shop, it may be okay. But if you are going to be somewhere in downtown Chicago, working in a professional building, working with other professionals, you have to think beyond what makes you feel comfortable and what gives you your individuality and personality. Do all that over the weekend, okay? Starting Friday night, be an individual. Go on Friday night, hang out with your friends on Saturday. Probably didn't dress sanely to church on Sunday, but express your individuality over the weekend. But when it comes to the professional arena, it's very important that what you are trying to communicate in the professional sense kind of goes in sync with how you are dressed and what you look like. Well, I have a very interesting example. I like to share some of my individuality on this show. So a few months ago, I was doing a taping and I had neon green nails on, and I liked it. It went with my outfit. But interestingly, I was supposed to get on a flight out to a customer site for the week. That was a Sunday, and I was going out of town that very day. So I finished the taping, packed my bags, and got in a taxi, in a cab, and went to the airport and got on a plane to go to a client site. And of course, I forgot my nails were neon green. So I walked into the client site, on site. I'm an IT consultant. I'm in the world of business intelligence, so I go to different companies and we work on how to interpret data in the best way for company productivity. But I walked into my customer site, said hello, meeting these people for the first time, and I happened to look down on my nails, and they were neon green in a very conservative company. I was very embarrassed. Of course, I couldn't take off the nail polish right there and then, but you can imagine that night I went looking for a Walmart, got me some nail polish remover and took those off. Why? Because that just didn't flow. I could have walked into another company and neon green nail polish could flow right with everything else going on. But this was a very conservative company, and that nail polish was just not right. Regarding how far you can push the envelope, you really need to read your environment, read the people. You can push it a little bit, but don't go too far. If you have a corporate culture that's a little bit more conservative, don't be the one sticking out like a sore thumb. That's not being an individual or being original. That's just sticking out and in a wrong way. Don't be the one that people feel awkward around, okay? So that should kind of be a sort of guideline to how short your skirt should be, how low your neckline should be, how colorful your combination should be. Look around you, and also remember that you're a believer. So you need to kind of represent Christ in the workplace as well. You know, if you're having your skirt going all the way here when you sit down, or you're having your neckline distracting every guy in the place, and in these days, every girl as well, you may want to rethink and say, am I really portraying Christ in this outfit? Okay? And portraying Christ doesn't mean you have to be boring. We can look good without being excessive. Okay? I hope I answered your question. It was a great delight answering that. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to send them to askpmay@gmail.com. That's askpmay@gmail.com. God bless you. I will see you next time.